Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my incredible kitchen, David's kitchen. I've got everything ready for a king's breakfast tonight for $1. I'm breaking boundaries beyond human comprehension. And through careful planning, you can actually live on so much less in a tough economy. As the economy worsens with inflation, the cost of beef and meat and anything that's tasty is getting more and more. And what I've done is concocted ways of making side turns around the high price of food. So, no, I am doing the show completely with my own hair and my own utensils. Have you ever cooked with a scissors? It's pretty cool. I have never really thought of it until I actually went to Costco and met some of the people that prepare food for people. You can get all kinds of tasty things over there. And they use these scissors to cut up the food. It's pretty amazing. So we're going to cut up the bacon with the pink scissors today. Yeah, because today we start with bacon and a little butter. So I want to talk about the cost of bacon real quick. All right. Bacon is one of those things that if you waste your money, it's pointless. I mean, you could pay $7.99, $8.99 for a pound of bacon. I got this for $1.99. And this is regular, straight up Oscar Mayer bacon, okay? Now, if you're Muslim or Jewish, you're not going to eat bacon. I get that. So we have the alternative turkey bacon. And that's even cheaper. So you're going to save even more money. Check this out. Turkey bacon, 99 cents. I got a whole 1 pound container. And what I do is I just cut them off in this section, like a section this big. And I can use a knife to do that. And that would be basically the basic amount of meat in my meal. I'm not going to do that today because I'm even more frugal than that. I'm saving this for another day. Going back in the freezer, mind you. A Thrifty Thursday. Oh, you can get these on sale for 99 cents or $1.99 for a pound if you just look around. Because when these things reach the expiration point, you grab them and you put them in the refrigerator. And then you put them in the freezer that night when you have time. But pack it with double wrapping so it doesn't get freezer burn and you'll be fine. So what I've got here is, put that back in here. I've got a little bit of that bacon that I bought for $1.99. And I'm going to cut the rest of it up. It's no more than, I'd say 1/10 or 1/5 of a package. So we're going to call this 40 cents worth of meat. Okay? It's got pretty good marbling. Let me take a look at it there. You want to look for good marbling when you buy that. It smells fine. You want to do a smell test. You always want to make sure it's safe to eat it. And then I'm going to take it and put it in a pan. I'm going to turn that pan at level 3 to get started. Here we go. And we'll turn the light on for you. We're illuminated. I'm going to take and cut this. Let me put that front forward high. What's she doing? It's frozen. Okay, we'll try going off and on. Vaughn, hang on. Okay, we're recording this, so we're just keeping track of various things here. Okay, we're going to bring this camera front forward. And you're going to see how you heat the pan here at level 3. It's nice and clean. Or is it? You want to make sure it's clean, so you want to rinse it off. Okay, make sure it's nice and clean. It's really important. I'm walking around with this slab of meat here. Okay. And then take the scissors and cut it right into the pan. Okay? Just cut it right in, like this. Scissor cut it. It works great with bacon. It's amazing. And bacon's always been one of those things you'd like, why would I ever, do that? Cutting it with a knife is very difficult. But this is super easy. Super easy. Yeah. I know you can hear me from a distance, so I'm going to talk over here. Okay? Now, about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever. Nice and meaty and fatty. Yeah. And then just make sure that you take a spatula after you clean your hands off, because this is kind of the thing you want to clean off. Cool. And we'll toss that package in the garbage. Okay. Right on. When cooking, it's very important to have a paper towel. Okay, if you refresh, you should be okay. Thank you. All right. Always keep that paper towel handy. Don't waste a lot of paper towels. You really just need one clean paper towel. All right, so we're turning the pan on, level 3, and I'm going to cover it up. But I'm going to make sure once it's nice and hot, actually I'm going to take it up to level 4. I'm going to render this bacon down a little bit. And I'm going to chop up this beautiful onion here. Now this onion is no more than 20 cents, so I'm thinking we've spent total of 60 cents so far. All right. We're going to use 3 eggs out of a dozen, which I get for $1. I typically get a dozen for $1. Looking around, finding a good price. So 3 eggs is 1/4, 25 cents. So we're at 85 cents. And what I do is I buy potatoes that are in 15-pound bags. I get them for $2.99. So the cost of these 2 potatoes, this is the most savings of all, is 15 cents. Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to cut the onion up. So 3 eggs, 2 potatoes, 1 onion. The onion's going in with the bacon, and that's where we're at right now. All right, how's everybody doing? Do I have to refresh myself? Let me see. Hi. Good deal. Yeah, $1, and if you portion this stuff out, especially the frozen bacon, you'll rock in terms of the amount of, and plus the flavor always goes into your meal with that bacon. Trump should feel great about his trips to Florida. He started his entire journey on vacation. He's enjoying the last days of what this country was, and he's really kind of the last hurrah, because what we're going to be going into is a serious austerity period. I'm a very solvency person. I focus on cutting costs at all times. So my methods aren't going to be spending and vacationing. I'm going to be showing you how to actually, we're going to make money at the White House, and we're actually get a higher return on investment. That's my goal. So the government won't be running the White House when I get done. I'm going to have various ways, profit centers that we can generate income. 6 packs of Hefeweizen beer. We're going to have a buffet. We will export the beer. We'll actually have a sales plan to actually put it in high-end stores. So yeah, we're going to make money back so that you won't have to pay for it, you the taxpayers. That's my goal. All right, so let's look at the onions. Here we go. The best way to break open an onion is just to hack it open with a nice cleaver. With the skin on, don't worry about that. Give it a little pound, like that, and we're good. ends off because those are the hottest, and then you can pull your peel back from there. Or from the other end, depending on what's easiest. Sometimes onions are really tough. So, yeah, I'm going to move the mic up a little closer here. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes onions are really hard to open. Depends on the year, time of the year. I went with an organic onion. I get these organic ones up here. Again, very cheap. Onions, no more than 20 cents for an onion. You can really shop around. I mean, an onion's less than a half a pound, and usually onions are about 38 cents a pound. So, really advisable to put that onion in the bacon and then move it around with a wooden spatula of some sort. Okay? All right. Try to maximize all of that onion. Slicing crossways and crisscross. Okay. And that's sizzling bacon. Listen to that sizzle. Check this out. There you go. We got the sizzle mic. Nice. Putting a nice little glaze at the bottom. Go ahead and put that onion right in there. Yeah, so what I do is pre-microwave my potatoes, and I only get yellow or red potatoes, because then I don't have to mess with the skin. The skin's fine to eat. If you've got a russet, you're going to have to peel that and pre-cook it. It's easier to microwave yellow and red potatoes. Then you can definitely microwave a russet if you're in a pinch, but if you're going to cook with it, it's kind of a pain. You can pull the skin off after it cooks. But that russet potato, you don't want the skin. Okay, so we're chopped up, ready to go. Cool. All right. Yeah. Hey. Don't mess with me, Tony. Mr. Sosa, no, I'm not messing with you, man. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, that's a good, really funny line from Scarface. Yeah. Okay, 715, don't worry, don't feel intimidated by this guest. They're just playing head games with you. Head games, that's all he ever does. Yeah, he's messing with your head. Just know you're better than him and, blow it off. Don't engage in the verbal combat. No, the bacon's fine. I gave it a stir. You're a backseat gaming commentator. Well, hi. I was glad to hear you're here. Backseat gaming commentator. That sounds like a real job, man. Why not? Okay. We won't be working someday because robots are taking over, so we're going to be talking about that tonight in Technology Thursday. Give this whole thing a little stir. Oh, beautiful. Cover it up. You want to render those onions down to a nice glaze. They call it a glaze. Where the onion's no longer crispy. It's nice and yellow. All right, we're just going to cut these up real simple. These taters. I like them taters and mustard. Okay. I'm going to do a sling blade impersonation. I like the way you talk. Okay. I had my baby brother in a shoebox. Okay, thank you. I don't want to know anymore. Now, these potatoes are done, man. So I just microwaved them for like 4 minutes, and they're done. So you don't want to overdo this, because what you're going to do is, that's it for the potatoes. That's no more chopping there. And the rest of this goes in the compost heap. Yeah. That'd be kind of weird cooking with sling blade. I swear he should do a sequel. I don't know what the hell's wrong with those people over there. They could make a lot of money on a sling blade too. Easily. It'd be super, super slick. Hey, don't go after. No, you're like coming down on the wrong. Of course, it's fireproof. My entire exoskeleton is fireproof. The outer covering of my primary connectors is a layer of graphene covered with rubber, but the rubber is completely fireproof. Yeah, yeah, your beer belly is because you eat a lot of carbohydrates in the yeah, Rieslung. That'd be a good one. Yeah, you ought to pitch. Somebody will buy that, I'm sure, in Hollywood. Oh, we're burning. Oh my God! Alert! 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 Sorry. Okay, now that we're nice and fresh and crispy, all right, everything's getting cooked. We're going to throw those potatoes in there. And I'm going to take pepper and cover them with pepper. You like pepper? Pepper makes things peppery. Can you say pepper? Pepper. Just stick it in there. Yeah, it's just going to lightly set on there and heat up. Remember, it's already done. Now, this is the phase, if you have a raw potato, you can put this in and add 2 tablespoons of water and cover it up. Okay? I'm going to pepper everything. Pepper, pepper, pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and add onion powder to the top of that. You don't have to add onion powder, it's not required. But pepper is. Okay, cover it all up and turn it down to level 2 from 4. Alrighty. Now I love hot sauce. And I'm not going to add it to the meal, but I love it. But if you want to, you can. Some people like a little Tabasco with their eggs. Oh my gosh, we have an attack. I know, bye guest chat. Bye bye guest chat. Stop the damn doxing. Yeah, the guy who does it makes money. He said Mark pays him. I don't know. I mean, that I have his testimony on audio, but you know, it could be hearsay. I mean, I can't imagine Mark getting all the money censoring me. Why would he pay somebody to dox me? Maybe that's part of the deal. What are you talking about? You know, the mob? You think they're working the back deal here with Mr. Trump? Well, maybe it is. Could be. The guests are out of control. Yankee Doodle Dandy, how you doing? Scissor Fights here. Dave's rustling up some grub. Yeah. Well, dagnabbit, remember Gabby Hayes? Dagnabbit. He was one of the best cook chefs of 50s Western cinema. Gabby Hayes. Actually, he was in the 30s. He started as a Shakespearean actor. And then he started doing this, dagnabbit, and all he ever did was dagnabbit. It was making his victuals and made dagnabbit. And his whole life became just this character called Gabby Hayes. Anyway, he certainly didn't utilize his Shakespearean acting training. So, as we're looking at the cooker here, it's cooking up real slow kind of thing. And then we're going to top it all off with eggs. Ooh. And remember, 3 eggs will feed you and your belly. Now you could break this into 2 meals, but then you're not eating a king's breakfast. This will make you walk away stuffed. When you hit the road on your big rig diesel, you're going to be so full that you won't even know what hit you. Yep. They're going to have to drink 2 or 3 cups of coffee just to stay awake. That's why I keep a brew around all the time. So, hey, watch it, with the rhetoric there, talking about your man tool. We're making dinner, buddy. Anyway, making a meal like this for $1 is all you need to be rough and ready for a big day out looking for work in the oil fields. of North Dakota. Many people are displaced right now. They're living in their trailer. They're wondering, hey, what do we moved to Missoula? Why move to Missoula? We can move to Washington and grow weed, but we do it legally. And so they're thinking of new angles because the Balkan fields didn't get the support. The oil industry didn't get the support from the government. And ironically, Tex is so into, actually Rex Tillerson is so into making money for Exxon, he doesn't even want to help the entire industry. I mean, I would be propping up those guys doing oil drilling in North Dakota because that oil's clean. That's some of the best crude oil on earth. Anyway, as you know, the Keystone Pipeline has been opened up. Donald is going to allow it, which was something I thought was a good idea, but without safeguards for the environment, it could be very destructive. Okay, we're about ready to throw our eggs in. But before we do, we're going to do a pat of butter, because butter makes everything taste right. Right as rain. Hold on just a second, please. Thank you. We have a band. Thank you. Yep. Every dinner has to have a pat of butter, otherwise you don't have the complete amino acid combo that your paleo diet craves. And when you're making a king's breakfast, you try to stoke up at least one pat of butter. All right? There you go. Just going to set that in there and then move it around. Move it around. Roll. We're going to roll it around. Just around the top. We're glazing the top. Just move it around. Glaze that top. Cool. Beautiful. Now again, if you started with potatoes that are raw, this phase will take another 20 minutes with 2 tablespoons of water. All right. Thank you. See how easy that was? Now, I have garlic too. I can put garlic in there. And I think to be a true king's breakfast, we got to have a little garlic because, a king doesn't care about whether people think he smells or not. Sir, your breath stinks. I'm the king. You can't really affect how I feel about my breath. Thank you, Mustard. Hey, we know you're hanging out to attack us. And doing that in that method just gets you banned, man. Yeah, we're in full lockdown mode. I could even go to activated chatters only and really screw people over. Is that what you want? You want to deny people the pleasantness of chatting in my chat room? In my cooking show, of all things. Anyway. All right, let's cut this garlic up. As you know, the best way to make garlic come off the shell is take that garlic and just give it a little pound with the top of like a big mallet. And then it just peels right off in your hands. Isn't that nice? Yeah. And give it a little mince right there. Mince it a couple times because you're just going to put it in there on top of everything. And just put it right in the pan. Give it a shake. Make sure nothing's sticking. Now, the bacon will keep it from sticking even if it's in a stainless steel pan. And we're ready to go for the eggs. I'm going to splurge and put 4 eggs in today because I'm actually going to feed this to about 5 people. I've got them waiting outside the door. They're bag people, and I said I could make them dinner. No, I'm just kidding. But we do have a couple people here that could eat. Here we go. No calls from anybody other than my sister. Okay, crack 1 egg in there, right in the center, and let it go in the direction it wants to go. Another egg on the other side. Make sure you don't have any shells in there. What you're shooting for is a triangle or a rectangle of eggs, right in the middle of that pan. Okay. And if they break, it's okay. You don't have to worry too much. All right. Come on back, Mr. A. Okay. You can move things around at the base and kind of shuffle the egg down a little bit. Keeping the yolks toward the middle of the pan. Okay. See that? Making sure you're not sticking on the bottom. We're good. Okay. Excellent. All right, now you want to add a little bit of water to this dish, right along the edge, about 2 tablespoons now. Right along the edges. Okay, cover it up. You can actually put a little more pepper on it right now. You can add salt to taste. Cover it up and put it on simmer. Okay, do not open that container. Leave it right there. All right. Put it on simmer. Yeah. All right. We have done an amazing short $1 King's breakfast. And what it's going to do, now you can top it with Parmesan when you prepare it to eat it. You can do whatever. You can even melt cheese on top. Now that'll add a little bit of the money to your costs. So you're adding about 10, 20 cents for a slice of cheese. But we're trying to stay under budget right now, okay? The bacon is in the bottom still, melded with the onions, with the potatoes glazed, and the onion powder, and the eggs are on top. And now it's just forming a kind of a, I can't say this word too loud, soufflet. So, because when the eggs encounter this, they rise. All right. Souffle to you. Now I'm not opening it until I'm ready to eat it. Now I can turn this off and come back to it. It'll be done. Yeah, the eggs rise. That is correct. None of that food is expired. All of it's fresh. All purchased for $1. Yeah. We're talking major savings. You and your loved one, your significant other, can eat breakfast on this entire meal. But a king could easily eat this and belch and then, I want more. So good. That kind of thing. I think Heavy is hanging, man. I mean, he's still part of the chat. He's been around for years? Yeah. All right. Excuse me while I blow my nose. Oh, I better not do that then. I'm cooking food. I don't blow my nose. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is transition to the main screen in the other room and get started, okay? I'm going to put my tie on. The cooking segment is ostensibly over. What's in there is ready to eat. Just have to basically turn it off right now. Oh, it'll all cooked. The heat that's going on will generate up through the eggs and it'll all seal. That water I put in will prevent it from sticking. Oh, yeah. So it's ready to go. It'll be good to eat later. Okay. All right. So signing off for the cooking show. I'll be in the other room shortly. But thank you so much for watching this recorded broadcast. For those of you live watching it in real time, which I see you right now in chat, you are going to see me in the other room doing the show for America's Third Party. This is David Sponheim signing off. Thanks for watching our incredible cooking show here at David's Kitchen.